We're all good, bro. They're sending the cavalry, they're sending the whole Reload. Partner!
Dude,
Partner!
bro, you all good?
Yeah.
There's a big evil in the army. We can't hold them off. We gotta lay on our base of fire and pivot.
What the f does that mean, dude?
We're shooting our way out of here, bro.
Can these fools get out?
Yeah, we got these homie. These ain't going nowhere.
Z, look at me, all right? Look at me.
Okay.
On 3, dude, you're gonna empty your mag and run.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Hi, and welcome to The Kiosk Presents. I'm Carol Williams, and today we have a terrific guest, Michael Pena. He is in the movie End of Watch, which is now in theaters everywhere. And I'd like to welcome you, Michael, to the show.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Now, it looks like a pretty wild ride in this movie. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it's like a buddy action drama thriller kind of slash. There's a lot of humor in it as well. I'm like, Jake Gyllenhaal. We're two cops that go to war against this criminal organization that's having an operation in East LA, South Central. And these two guys are, they're good guys, and they, they're like brothers from another mother, I guess you could say. And they have, they have a good time, and when they're bull crapping and just like, talking or whatnot. But also, they have this brotherhood that's like, they want to make sure that each one of them gets home alive, and you kind of need that, it happens all the time in like the military and like with different police officers or whatnot. But it's these guys just trying to make sure that they, get home alive.
Right. Now, I was surprised you said that there's a little bit of humor in that, because in the trailers it kind of seems more like an action thriller. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of trouble here, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's so hard to like sell this movie without having like a 5-minute trailer, and usually
Right.
you gotta show some parts about like in 30 seconds or something, maybe 1 minute. There's a lot of really interesting parts, like thank God, but like there's at the screenings or whatever, there's always people that are laughing at sometimes at the jokes, and then sometimes at the uncomfortable parts, and but it's kind of, I guess, an emotional joyride you can expect.
Really, that's interesting. I would not have thought that, and because it looks very gritty. It looks in terms of the in terms of the trailers. But so what you're saying is this is kind of a movie that you could make it a date movie.
Yeah, I'd recommend it to anybody. I wouldn't recommend it to kids that are like, they can't see like a rated R movie. It is a rated R movie. But what I've been getting a bunch, from women is that you're like, well, I was really surprised at this movie that I liked it so much, because it touches on more themes. Like the dialogue isn't plot driven, like we got to get here and we got to get to blah blah blah. It's like really guys talking about life, and like we're trying to figure out like marriage life, and that's always like an interesting topic.
Right. And it looks like it's correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like it's almost shot like a documentary style, documentary style editing. Am I accurate with that?
No, you're right, and that's the one thing that we wanted to do. We rehearsed like 5 months, because it's almost written like a play, and in between the action sequences, it's almost like a whole nother movie. And from the get-go, we wanted to make sure that the people or the audience can actually live inside the movie, almost like if they were going on a ride along with us.
Really? I can't wait to see this movie. I really can't. Now, you were originally from the Chicago area, right?
That's right, the Windy City, Chi-Town.
Right. I lived there just a little while ago, and it's quite a crazy city. Did you use any of your experiences in the city at all when you kind of put this character together for yourself?
Yeah, you can't use much of the winters, that's for sure.
Right.
In South Central. But it's really kind of interesting because when I lived there, I lived in a bad neighborhood, but I didn't really know it was bad until I left. You know, I didn't know that I thought that, you know, that's the way the world was, really.
Right.
And then once I moved out to LA and Hollywood, I was like, wow, like it was unbelievable. It was like, I remember going down the 101 into the Barham, and it was like really sunny out. And I think it was like in September or October when it was really cold in Chicago, and the sun was beating down. There's palm trees. I'm like, palm trees? I've never seen a palm tree in my life. And it was very different. So I needed to do the research to kind of tap into it and kind of look at it from an exterior viewpoint as opposed to like from the you know, inside out. It was the outside in.
Right, right.
And
exactly.
it really helped me with this role.
Well, you're fabulous in any role. I think that you do. You're an incredible character actor in some ways. Like the Tower Heist is a completely different type of role than this, for example. And you were also in Crash and The Shield, and you can play both the comedic role and the very serious, emotional, you know, let it hang out there kind of person. Do you what kind of role do you favor the most?
Actually, like I think in this one, in End of Watch, I get to do a little bit of both. I get to use the timing and, you know, the stuff that I learned while doing comedy, and also the drama, and I'm able to finally put it together a little bit. And that's why this was such a fun role to do. I'm like, yeah, the training was, it was necessary, but as far as like, you know, all around acting, I think this was the funnest, and I'd love to do more roles like this.
Well, hopefully we'll see you in a lot of movies in the future. Very, very wonderful actor. And I thank you again for joining us here at the Kiosk Presents. Again, it's Michael Pena. And the movie we're talking about is End of Watch. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
You should marry one of my cousins.
If they're anything like you, I wouldn't be able to stand an hour with them. Waking up in the morning, they'd be like,
Hey, can I tell you a story?
I know.
Here's a story about this, and a story about that, and a story about this, a story about that.
But dude, all you
Wanna
gotta
hear
do
this
is
and
this.
hear
All you
about
gotta do is it. Yeah, yeah.
You want to come to my cousin's quinceañera, my daughter's quinceañera, my brother's quinceañera,
Yeah.
my sister's quinceañera?
There's always something happening though, bro. It's better than like, hey, do you know the new kind of flavored coffee I have? Do you like
really?
this kind of coffee? The
up, man.
baristas are excellent.
You like coffee, dude. Don't give me that.
I like good Starbucks coffee.
Whatever, I'll let you lay into me. Lay into me, dude. Fine.
13 X-ray, 13 missing juvenile, 2717 Jefferson, code 2 incident 5755 and RD 1327.
13 X-ray 13, we're gonna be code 6 on the missing juvenile.